Yeah, hello, finally round 4 of the F1 game, the EPC League is upon us here at Bahrain. Yeah, as I announced in the Project Cars video last week, I was 1 week away in Prague, but now I'm back here, and yeah, this race took place about 1 week ago. I haven't participated here at Spain, which was the next race, but here we are here at Bahrain, a track I really enjoy, and I had quite a good pace here in qualifying. My PB was very good, but yeah, we try to improve on that 31.5, which is not really good. Braking just when the curve begins here on the inside into second gear. Yeah, still not optimal, but it was quite a good first section. And just waiting for that 100-meter border just a little bit before we break down again into second. That was the first sector, but it was not a really good first sector. 28.5 it was. And that S section was okay. You're a little bit cautious through that first hairpin, and now the tricky part of the lap here ran a little bit wide here through turn 10, but it was still quite okay, not optimal. So coming here through that fast right-hander, also not using all of the track here on the right hand side, so we are losing quite a bit of time here in the middle sector. Yeah, 2 tenths down on the time before, so that's not really good here. Also missing the apex here for the second to last corner. Just hope to get a good around the final corner to at least yeah, improve on that lap a little bit. Not a good lap so far from us. Last corner was okay, and let's see where we are lining up. 1:31.0, and that's 8 tenths behind my PB, and wow, absolute wow. Actually, we had to start the session quite sometimes new, because several people were disconnecting. There was yeah, quite an issue with the game actually in this evening, so yeah, quite a few people had some problems to set a good time, but our teammate at least managed to get pole position in front of Shadow of Army, DH in third, FD in a strong fourth position, Del Piero also in fifth, then Fat, yeah, disappointing in sixth. We are also disappointing in seventh, Same's also disappointing in eighth position, and Kirill and Magnussen are closing the field for today. Only 10 drivers, yeah, not that much, but yeah, just see how it goes. Now coming to the rest, of course, no rain in Bahrain in the desert. And yeah, P7 is not really that what I wanted, but I know also from practice that my pace is quite good. I hoped for yeah, podium finish here, because it is one of my strongest tracks, I think. Anyway, race has already started, the lights are out, and we have a very good start. Appearing not really, FD also not coming away very good. We are lifting a little bit, and that causes that Magnussen spins just at our back here. Guerrilla, oh my god, that's carnage, absolute carnage. Guerrilla lags through the whole field because he's yeah, outbrakes himself. Fat is outbraking himself, and Shadow and Klawutsky have some sort of contact that caused them both running off the track, and then Klawutsky has a massive incident with FD, and wow, that, I mean, Bahrain is always an issue with the first corner. It's always almost always there's always a crash almost, but that was pretty massive for our league. And actually now yeah, DH is in front actually, as same as from 8th to second. What a brilliant start for him. Shadow down to third. We are making up some positions in fourth. Fat now behind us in fifth, and our teammate is, I don't know where he is. I mean, he's in P5, 6, 7, 8 at the moment, after yeah, really bad luck for him after starting from pole position, and yeah, now he has to catch up again. His pace was also very good, also a little bit better than mine on the option tires, at least. On prime tires we were quite equal in practice, so we're just trying to get that momentum on our side and find our rhythm, and doing do low no, not low 33s, high 32s in the early opening stages. PB there, what I think it was, I don't know, 32.7 or something. I can't remember actually, because the race is already was already 1 week ago. But as Shadow overtook Azamis there into the first corner, I think. So it's now 1-2 for the Saubers, and it's not really that what we are wanting. The Ferraris, it's not good for the Ferraris, but it's also not good for us, for the Torossos, because they have taken all the victories in the first 3 races, and we do not want to that they continue this series. They really have they really have at the moment. But at least one of them had good races in the past. So DH won the first race, Shadow the first, the second, the third, and now DH is again leading in front of his teammate. And Azamis again in a very good, strong 3rd position. Shadow with a 33 flat. That's actually something we could easily beat, but we had a 33.7. Just, I don't know. Again, we're gone, and we are breaking ourselves a little bit, and that causes that gives the opportunity for Fat First now to overtake us here at into turn 4. He breaks a little. We're breaking quite equal. He is through. We try to have the switch back here. Will we make it? Yes, at least for the moment. Now the S section very tight for us here with that inside line. And there's still there's Fat going for a sort of a dive bomb move, but it was no problem for him to slow the car down. It was not well defended from us. We were very cautious, too cautious, far too cautious, and it was very easy for him to make that dive bomb move out the inside. And that's down to P5 at the moment. Not really looking, looking great at the moment. Also running wide here, but we're not settling into this race yet. Again, missing the apex here on that corner. I mean, that's the 3rd time in a row. So we're skipping all the way down to lap 8. Nothing really happened. All the guys have pitted except Azamis and me in P1 and 2. He's pitting now, and I'm also diving into the pits now. I was not going into the pits because our strategy worked that Klawutski would pit always a lap earlier than me. And we're not holding up Azamis, unfortunately. Gage is still leading up the front. I think 4 or 5 seconds is the gap to 2nd place, which is actually Fat at the moment, because Shadow was also in the pits with his teammate. He held him up, and now Shadow is quite far behind the two Ferraris. He's all the way down to P4 after he was in P2. Actually, we are still in P5, but Klawutski showed some good pace, some good recovery at the moment. He will be at the back by the end of this lap, I think, because our tires are still very cold. As you can see, also Shadow is pulling away massively in those corners. Also missing the apex by quite a bit and running wide. But now after this corner, I would tires should be up to temperature, and as I said before, our pace as a Klawutski's and mine were quite equal here on the prime tires, but I was still not finding my rhythm. As you can see, again, 33.7 is not a lap I was normally doing in practice, and now I decided to let him through, that he can take me with him. That we can catch up to the guys in front. because Azamis is now in front of Fat, and yeah, let's see how strong Azamis really is on this track. I mean, Fat has always a good pace in Bahrain, and yeah, we see the result here at lap 15. Azamis has lost several positions, and we catched up to him. Klawutski is through, Fat is through, Shadow is through, and actually Fat is also a little bit catching up to DH. So DH is maybe not the fastest moment at the moment. Sorry, that was a little bit of German coming into this video. And we are also trying to overtake Azamis as quickly as we can. Our pace was quite okay during the last laps. Finally we found actually our rhythm. It was very, very important for us, and now we are trying to hang with our teammate until the end of the stint, and then let's see what how it goes in the last stint. The guys in front are of course very, very fast and very difficult to catch. But the next car target is of course the same as we haven't had a good exit here out of that final corner, so there's no chance we will get a chance to overtake him on this straight. Actually, Azamis is attacking our teammate back on the inside, but he's cutting the corner massively here, and he's not making it. We had a far better exit than the Ferrari driver actually, and now we're going up the inside, hopefully nailing the braking. Not brave enough here on the brakes from us, and he's holding it around the outside. But we should be here in a good position to overtake him here in the next 1 or 2 laps before the pit stops. Of course, he has the opportunity to have the undercut again. No, he hasn't had the undercut, but the other guys still had the chance to do that, and yeah, it's maybe not that good for us. Again, pitting later than them at the end of the stint, and I mean the undercut maybe causes 2 seconds on 1.5 to 2 seconds or something, and I mean if someone overtakes you through that pit stop, it's sometimes quite challenging to overtake that guy back, especially if he's running also with 1-1 wings, like I did that as well, because also the engine is overheating when you're driving at the back of someone. Yeah, now we are actually in a good position to overtake Azamis. We are side by side here into the first corner, maybe braking a little bit later than me actually, and he's again holding it around the headset, but we have now the better line here, the better exit. Of course, he's sliding all over the place, and that gives us P4 at the moment. That's okay at the moment. And actually, oh my god, I forgot to mention Shadow of Army, who had a mistake. I think he was in a battle with Klawutski and Azamis, and then he sort of went for the dive bomb move to Klawutski, and that and he spun right off the circuit. Was a little bit of optimistic move from Shadow there. And on lap 20 we're still leading the race for once, for at least one lap. DH is 9 seconds or 10 seconds behind us, but he has already pitted. We are the last one who pits, and Azamis, who was behind us, he pitted on lap 18, so 2 laps on the cut for Azamis. There's Fat, there goes Klawutski, and there goes Azamis, so we lost that position to him. And now we have a task here to catch him on the option tires, to have a good pace, as we had that as well on the prime tires, to catch him and overtake him again. Get maybe P4. I do not think we can catch our teammate or any guys in front. That we lost too much time here in the first stint to do that. So we're now on lap 22. This will be my fastest lap of the race. We had a quite good first 3 corners, now braking into the 4th corner. Also a good exit, and behind us is actually Shadow. We also have to watch out for him because he's of course the championship leader. He is very fast, and he's only 2.6 seconds at the moment behind us. So we have to push like hell here. We have the freshest tires out of everyone, so we should be good here also in the end of the race. Although some of the wheel drivers, Amos for example, have the better tire wear, but yeah, he pitted 2 laps earlier than me, so we should be good here on the tire wear also at the end of the race. Not like China. Actually, it was a very good lap so far here. Also, that corner was we took much speed through there, much better also than in qualifying. It was far better from the lines and so on. It was far better than in qualifying. And let's see what time it will be. A 1:31.4, and that's actually also the fastest lap of everyone at the moment. So we have the fastest man at the moment, and we also were a little bit increasing the gap to Shadow at the moment. And on lap 24, so 1.5 laps later, we catched up to Amos, and that's very good for us. The gap to Shadow is 2.9 seconds, so after that it was quite normal. We still have a little bit of fuel here to use. We can still use a little bit of fuel. That's actually a lapped car here in front who's diving into the pits, and we're not really close to Amos, and we're not really catching him up here. Even we have DRS, but we're not really making up ground here on the straight. That's very surprising. It was definitely not the case in the last stint. Also a little bit drifting here through turn 2 and 3, but nothing too major, and we have to overtake the Ferrari driver as soon as possible, because yeah, Shadow will catch up very fast if we are not making a move. 2.8 seconds the gap at the moment, but I think that is going down in the next few laps. So you have to stay as close as possible to Amos' car and take the opportunities he gives us and wait for the straight. We had a good exit here, but again, we're not making ground up, although we have DRS. It's quite interesting and very not understandable for me. Maybe my engine was also a little bit overheating. I was not looking at the temperatures at the moment. I should have done that, maybe. Putting down into lean for 1 or 2 corners, that would have helped maybe. But we're a little bit nearer than on the last lap. Maybe have a better chance. I'm a little bit pulling away actually on the straights. I think that's an engine problem we have here. And we're not noticing it actually. That's the worst thing above that. And now we are only 2 tenths behind, but we're not in a position to overtake him. Also not for a dive bomb here on the inside, because he's braking also quite late. Good for the corner. And we cannot attack him. And was quite annoyed about that. We could have get P4 like as we had that also in Malaysia. But again, on lap 28 we are still right behind Amos. Nothing really happened. We're just driving behind him for 4 to 6 tenths or something. But we were not making a move or something. We were not brave enough, and our engine was also a little bit not going well at the moment. And that's, of course, as I predicted, Shadow is now right behind us, right at our gearbox, and we have to watch out that we're not losing too much time here, because Azam is already pulling away because we're too much concentrating on Shadow, and I don't know why we are leaving him room here. We were not outbraking ourselves there, really not. We have made that corner, and now he is side by side into the last corner. We're a little bit braking too late into second gear, also running a little bit wider now. Let's see who has the DRS. We are in front, but we have the DRS surprisingly. And yeah, Amos is now very not catching up to us. And again, we're braking a little bit too late for the first corner, and we were well in front of Shadow, and we just couldn't make that move. Couldn't brake for that corner. Now we are defending the inside, but where the hell are we braking? Before this black thingy on the left hand side. That's far too early. Still a good move from Shadow, but if we had had a good braking point, it would have been very difficult to overtake us around the outside, and be losing that position to Shadow after we were flying almost into the back of Zamis, and we were not able to overtake him, and now we're losing that position to Shadow. And I was pretty ragey on that last. I was really disappointed how that went, how the first stint went, and how my battle skills let me down in the closing stations of the race, and also in the battle against Fat. That was very easy to overtake us for him. So DH wins the race. Nothing really happened at the front actually. Fat was a little bit catching up to him, but that was not really not really happening too much. Our teammate gets the third position again, as he had that in the last two races as well. Zamis gets a good fourth position. Shadow a recovery drive twice from here after the pit stop, and the spin into fifth position. We are in 6th FD with quite a lonely race in 7th. Guerrilla also quite lonely in 8th. Magnussen in 9th, and Del Piero disconnecting, or actually quitting the race, which was not really something you should do. We are getting the fastest lap at least. That's something we can work on. But overall, not really the race I hoped for. The Driver Championships, DH in front of his teammates, so the two Ferraris are, the two Saubers are pulling away actually at the moment. Fat in third in front of the Zamis, our teammate. Fifth, Copa, then me, Kenny, FD, Big C, Guerrilla, Magnussen, City, Del Piero, and Sneaky not participating yet. I think his first race will be maybe in Canada or in Spielberg actually, so we wait until that goes. He should be a fast driver as well, as we know that from practice in the early stages before the season. So here are the constructors. Sauber of course leading in front of the Ferraris. We are we're already 60 points maybe, all 60 points down on the Saubers in third, the McLarens in fourth, Mercedes, Williams, Sahara Force India, and the Infinities, Red Bulls in eighth. And that's actually from this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you next time out at Monaco for 100% race, so that will be quite intense. See you there. Bye bye.